All right, I am super excited to sit down with this group of gentlemen. Honestly, I'm sitting down with champions is what I'm sitting down with, and we're going to talk about coaching, life, and the journey along the way. Let's introduce everybody. So starting with Leo.
Hello, everyone. My name is Leonardo Borjas Jr. I'm the new skills coach at Grand Canyon University. I went to Navarro College, Weber State University, and I am now representing our country on the U.S. national team. So I have 10 years of experience and plus in the cheer world, as well as with tumbling and stunting composition. So thank you for having me here today.
Absolutely. And this is third time on Team USA, right?
Third time on our national team, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Kollin?
Hello, my name's Kollin, the Rhino Cockrell. Rhino is my nickname, so it's a long story of why I got the Rhino, but I'm a former Team USA member for cheerleading and Olympic weightlifting. Also cheered at Weber State University, Texas Tech, and I'm currently on the Miami Medal team for the Pro Cheer League. I'm a 12-time world champion. I've competed internationally and nationally for partner stunting and weightlifting, so super excited to be here and share my knowledge as well.
Thank you. Oliver, what you got?
I'm Oliver Silva. I'm from Venezuela, and I'm the new assistant director for Spirit and Tradition at Baylor University. I used to cheer for Navarro College. Then I transferred to Weber State University, and now I'm transitioning into coaching for college athletes. And I've been cheering for All-Star as well, and I've been cheering for almost 16 years all around the world. And yeah, I'm so excited to be here with all of you guys.
Super excited to have you.
Thank you.
And Boosh, he's one of a kind. Super excited to have him.
Name's Michael Androsov, but everybody knows me as Boosh in the cheer world. It's a nickname that stuck with me ever since my best friend, Jelani, gave it to me at the time, and I just ran with it. Ever since then, fast forward about a decade, being involved in a bunch of successful collegiate cheer programs and being able to, touch parts of success that I never thought I'd get to. So winning multiple partners stunt titles and then being on the U.S. national team multiple times and such. It's been a great journey. So I currently coach here at Brigata, awesome training facility where, we're kind and we kick butt, humbly conquer. And yeah, it's awesome to be here with friends and have this conversation today.
Start out with talking about coaching philosophy. When you talk about coaching philosophy, for me, after coaching 20 years, I had to kind of create like a code of ethics or something, a belief system that helped guide me and develop athletes. Because as a human, a lot of times feelings and emotions get involved and we're always trying to better people. But when having a structured system and having a belief system and a coaching philosophy, I've found that helped guide me to help athletes be successful. So what would you consider your coaching philosophy or ethos or something that you use to help you?
So for me, it's quite simple. I usually just fall into three categories. Number one is growth mindset. Secondly is unrelenting work. And then the third one is discipline above everything else. So the growth mindset comes from basically understanding that talent is a good thing, but you can also grow and get better at something. And the one thing I kind of want to put down is the fixed mindset of, I'm never going to be this because I'm that. So we really, or at least I try to push my athletes to think about everything in the sense of like reps and every day coming in, getting 1% better. And then
it's better to show up even on a day that's not great, because sometimes just absolutely showing up and not having a great day is just, it's a part of failing. It's a part of learning.
All reps matter.
All reps matter. All reps matter.
Mm-hmm. And then the second one is unrelenting effort, just putting like the max that you can that day, even if it's like we talked about the other day, how many times we drop when we first learn, and then now we're in this journey at the end where we drop once and we're like, what the heck's happening? Where before we were dropping 100 times a day and hitting one stunt. And then the last one, which was discipline above all else. So doing hard things even when you don't want to, and showing up, like you just said, when you don't want to. But those three are the ones that I try to instill into my athletes. And then from there, little, I guess, segments branch out depending on the athlete. Because
every athlete's different.
Athlete's different.
Not everybody is made from the same cloth in the sense that not everything, and that's the beautiful thing about coaching is like, it is not the same. Like we've been coaching all for long enough to know that like that's why coaching is such a beautiful art, because it is so special and so unique. Not a simple script is just going to work for everybody.
Yeah.
So
It's not like one size fits all, and
not even close.
it's like somebody told me it was like a chess game at times. You know, sitting there,
Yeah, that's true.
trying to figure things out. It's like a mind game.
Yeah.
So.
What would advice or what's your coaching philosophy, Kollin?
Yeah, so coaching philosophy, I would say to all my athletes that I coach, and even the way I got coached, was my coach instilled hard work forever pays. So basically, I was a former weightlifter. That's actually the sport I was really into before cheerleading and before partner stunting, everything I've done. So he instilled that if I'm in the weight room, if I'm in school, he just said work as hard as possible, because you never know what's going to land you into. So doing weightlifting, I just lifted as much as I could. Fitness and exercise was like a humongous part of my life. And by the time I graduated high school, I broke over 30 weightlifting records in my high school. So it was because he just said, you never know what you're going to do with this, but all I want you to do is just work as hard as possible in the weight room. And sure enough, having that type of mindset led me to, cheerleading, and I didn't see that coming into my life at all. But basically, when it came to my life, I instilled this mindset into cheerleading. So thinking that, all right, I fell into cheerleading, I went to Weber State, and now I'm gonna work as hard as possible into Weber State and just stunt as much as possible, throw as many reps as I could in partner stunting, go to practice with just unrelentless discipline and reps, just day in and day out. And sure enough, it led me to 3 partner stunt titles. So that's kind of my philosophy, and also what I instilled to my coach, what he instilled to me, and what I instilled to my athletes. I'm just saying, like, the more reps that you do, you never know where it's going to land. Whether it's a basketball, football, whatever sport you do, if you work as hard as possible, it's going to lead you to something bigger. So reps and hard work forever pays. That's the mindset.
Hard work forever pays. I like that. It's
And-
easy.
Yeah,
One-liner.
Yeah, and that's like kind of my hashtag I use for everything. It's a little bit more, I guess, direct when I say nobody cares, work harder. Like, you got those 30 state titles, cool. Keep
Yeah.
working hard. You don't have to stop there. You want partner stunt? Cool. Keep working harder. Like, continuously grow. Like, don't settle. And that's not settling, but don't settle just on that mountain. Keep going, climb the next mountain.
Yeah,
so
honestly,
I do like that.
yeah. Honestly, there's no finish line. Like, basically, if you accomplish this competition, you hit this new skill, you lift this weight, all right, what's next? What's next? Honestly, there's no finish line to life. So, I'm 33 now, and I'm still not done. I still have a lot in the tank. I
That's
still
why
want to accomplish.
life is like such a beautiful thing, because there is no finish line, like you just said. The journey continues, and if you can find a passion or something that you're passionate about and a gift that you can share and help others, it becomes just a beautiful thing.
I feel like there's a lot of people that still have not touched their full potential, and they might be done with college, pro, whatever, but there's always something else they can touch into, whether it's fitness or a business or a different mindset, anything. The life is just like, we put our own cap on it, we put our own finish line, but I believe there's no finish line. So
All right, Oliver, that's a lot. What
That's hard because they've been saying everything.
You're like,
But coaching
Just copy
philosophy.
the same things.
Yeah. What Leo and Kollin said. No.
copy paste. That was really
I
good.
would say yes, it's important to work hard, yes, because you have to put in the work, but also having a plan and work smart as well, because working without a direction or without a goal, then you're working and driving everywhere without having like
Purpose.
a purpose.
Yeah.
So yes, working hard is important, but also working smart during that journey, like knowing where you're going.
It's something that always like stuck with me from a mentor. They said reverse engineer it. Whatever your goal is, whatever your plan is, reverse engineer it. So it's like showing up in the gym, working hard, doing it. But if you're not starting to see change, like as a coaching philosophy, that's like when I have explained something 7 different ways, or I'm like, okay, I need to step back. Okay, what's the long-term goal? How can I reverse engineer it? Because we've just said, okay, life is a journey, it's continued, there's no finish line, but we're trying to chip away little goals along the way, and so it's like, okay, while we're doing this, we need to sometimes sit back, evaluate, and reverse engineer it so that we work smart, not harder.
Yeah, also being resilient with whatever the life is like given to you. So, and I try to translate or bring that to my coaching style or to my athletes and even to myself. Like sometimes you go to practice and it's not going to be the best day. Sometimes it's not the best day for you. So you have to be resilient and enjoy the downs, the bad days, because
it's a part of the journey.
Yeah, because when the day is good, then you're going to be enjoying more. So I feel like it's nice enjoying the winnings, but it's like it feels much better when you're being like working so hard for that, like crossing that line, like getting to that goal, and you're going to remember not that day that you win or you won, but the past days that you've been working in, like when you were like, oh, I will never get there. But like being resilient and understanding that everything has a a purpose or a why.
So, sometimes you have complete control of how you react to what happens to you. So sometimes having an injury, I know you've dealt with a few injuries and things like that, you can sit there and be like, why me? Why is this happening to me? I'm relentless. I show up every day, hardest worker in the room. And you can sit there and calculate all the things that you do, but at the end of the day, you are the definition of how you react to something, because you can't control so many things in life. We can make a plan as many times as we want, all over and over again, but if you are not calm, cool, and collected, or have found that you do not have control of everything, and sometimes just controlling how you react to how something happens, whether it's an injury, a bad practice, whatever, that is like huge, how you react to something.
And trying to get something good out of that. If you're getting an injury, but then you're learning about patience and like how to react about that. Like, okay, now I need to be back, but get to learn how my teammates were being from outside and not being with them and trying to help them from outside, stuff like that. So.
It's like character. I think I saw something about that the other day where, I mean, you're talking about how whenever it's good and the wins and everything, like, I mean, nobody has to put any effort into it. It's like, of course, let's boast in it and enjoy it. But true character is like when you put the same thing, but you flip-flop it. You're like, all right, really bad day, really bad circumstances, and then everybody starts changing. You're like, oh, this is how you react to stress. This is how you are under pressure. And then you can kind of see a lot of like, oh, this is what the true nature of it all is. So it's like, I can depend on, say, this teammate or this person under the hardest of circumstances, because it's actually good both ways. It's like they have this bad situation and they're thinking about going it with this attitude. And they're like, all right, I'm going to learn with patience and go through this, versus you have another teammate that's like, oh, it's me, it's this, and they go into a victim mindset, and you're like, well, that's not somebody I want in my corner, you know?
Yeah.
So,
It's like controlling the controllables.
Control the controllables.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to put it, like control the controllables, focus on what you control. How do you react to something? There's so many amazing, intelligent mentors and people out there that we've all been fortunate. I am a big thing, it's even a part of our 7 ethos that we use as kind of a training philosophy for our athletes here at Brigata is no one has ever reached success alone.
Yeah, you can't do it. Everyone that says that, oh, I got here by myself, I'm like, no, you didn't. Someone let you in the gym for free. Someone said yes to stunt with you when you were not good. Someone said yes and took a chance on you to bring you on the team. Like, I don't like when people say, oh, I made it on my own. I'm like, you really didn't. Because there were people that behind the scenes that even fought for you but never even spoke it to you or to your face, because they don't want you to know. They just want you to be able to feel that, I guess, glee or the happiness. But I do believe nobody ever makes it alone.
No.
Somebody has helped you either 1 time, 10 times, or 100 times.
Yeah. No one achieves success alone. Someone was there helping them, whether it was just sitting behind the scenes, being their support system. But Boosh, what is your coaching philosophy if you could put it into an elevator ride or just a few sentences?
not taking credit or not worrying about ever giving credit for just being in the journey of an athlete. Like I've said it before, where I don't know if it's maybe a flaw of mine in terms of like stopping to smell the roses whenever like an athlete kind of embarks on, you know, experiencing of like, oh, they got a new skill, or just a moment of like, hey, like something clicked right then and there. And instead I'm like, okay, well, that's awesome. What are we doing? We gotta keep working, right? And they're like, what are you doing? Like enjoy this as well. It's happened before. But if there was not a single athlete of mine or anybody that I coached that mentioned my name ever, I wouldn't mind that, because it's like if anything, I feel like I was lucky. I just happened to be there, and like I don't want to sit here and put this imprint of like, oh, because of me and all this, because of me they got to this point, because of me they got these skills and such, because it's not true. It's the same thing. It's like you can't be self-made, right? But you also can't take full credit for, you know, the progression of that athlete, you know.
And I want to touch on that real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think, especially now in this day of age, a lot of coaches say, oh, that I taught her that, or that's my full, or that's my back handspring. And I'm like, well, really it's not. You're just a guide, and they choose to follow or not. I try to tell kids, because they always come up to me like, Coach Leo, like, thank you for helping me get this skill. I'm like, no, I didn't help you. You did the work. I just was here, an innocent bystander, just watching you put in work, and I just molded you a little bit, but that's Sally, that's your fool. That's not my fool. Don't ever mention me, because at the end of the day, that's I guess the happiness when a kid gets a new skill and you watch them. Like for me, that's a better experience
Even
than winning partner stunt.
And
Than being
that's
an
happening.
athlete.
I was talking to Solomon yesterday about
Just
that.
the other day, yeah.
Because it's like now that I'm in this side as a coach and just seeing the athletes getting a new skill, and they look at you like a,
Yeah.
did it. Thank you so much for that tip. And no one told me that before. It's a different kind of feeling. It's like for you, it's like better than getting that credit. Yes, Oliver told me that. No, it's like when they hit it, it's like,
It's just
It
different.
feels so good. And going back on like, if someone was to say, I'm the reason XYZ, I did that, it's really kind of outlandish, because if you think about it, stunting or tumbling, strength and conditioning, anything that is a craft that takes a lot of time and to develop, is you are only as good as your foundation or your fundamentals or what you were developed. So most of the time, and most athletes spent time with other coaches or other people or so there's so many blocks, and like, yes, you may have developed this specific skill or helped them, and that's honestly amazing. But without the proper handstand line that someone spent, or the breathing, the breath work, and the bracing, and the lines, and all the things that led up to that, it wouldn't be possible. And you know, that's as simple as it is like, no one could take credit for one person's journey.
I would say, like, going off of that too, like, basically the coaches, my coach told me this personally back in high school. He's like, I'm going to pave the way. It's your choice. I'm going to open the door for you, but it's your choice to enter the door and explore.
Yeah.
So basically we paved the way to other athletes. It's their choice. Ultimately, what they do, we can't control what they do off the mat. We can't control what they do at their home. It's ultimately what they do when they eat, when they sleep. It's their choice of what they want to do to be the best athlete we can be. But we can give them the advice, all the advice in the world. Ultimately, it's up there to them if they want to be
They
there.
have to check the boxes.
Yep.
Yeah. It's, you can give them tools and resources and all the things, and you can talk to your blue in your face, but at the end of the day, they have to show up and put in the work.
Yeah, with the right mindset too.
Yeah. Yeah. Going further into, if you were to put your coaching philosophy in just like, kind of like, yours was hard work pays.
Oh, mine would be nobody cares, work harder.
What would yours be if you were just to like,
being resilient and smart.
resilient and smart? And what do you got?
Lucky I was there. just happy to help.
Lucky I was there. Heck yeah, I love
to
that.
help.
I love it. Hey, that's cool. That's really, really cool. You know, Brigata, we always try our very best to bring in the absolute best, and my big thing has always been, I want to bring in the absolute best quality, but I want to bring in good humans. Every single one of you guys won partner stunt, some of you multiple times. What was it like winning partner stunt for the first time? What was that for you, Leo?
Oh, for me, it was, I know this sounds probably overconfident, but I knew going into it, after everyone performed, I was like, okay, if they judge it correctly, I should win this competition. But also, I understand that it's out of our control, and the judges are going to want who they want, and that's fine with me. I was generally happy and
Control the controllables.
Yeah, control the
control your
controllables,
controllable,
yeah.
which
I
was
was-
go in and do your very
and
best.
I was actually satisfied with the routine. They could have called me 22nd or 21, whatever it was that day, and honestly, I would have been happy. And then just as the names kept calling, I was like, okay, I'm probably going to get second, and I'm super happy
And
because they're not going to – I feel like it was the cleanest routine that day, and I was like, you know what, that's okay, and I'm going to be happy for whoever wins. And, you know, once they didn't call my name second, I was like, not a relief, but like I had a flashback of just working with
Hours.
hours, but every partner. It was like a weird moment of like, I saw Johanna, I saw Megan, I saw Holly, I saw Deanna, I saw all these people from my journey just like in a quick flash, and I was like, holy crap, this is our win. I even saw Timmy, I saw everybody that was back home. I saw Oliver, everybody, Boosh, and like all the hours they helped me with, Elsa,
Yeah.
Matt, my coaches, everybody that gave me that one a little advice, even if it didn't help in the moment, I just was like, oh, we did it. I did it for us.
Yeah.
Like I did it for the people that couldn't do it that day, and that was kind of cool. Like, and then I couldn't control my emotions, and
Yeah.
normally I'm like a very even keel guy.
Hey, I got to be
And
there and
it-
watch it
yeah,
firsthand.
you were there
I did.
too.
I got to
That's
watch
awesome.
it. I got to watch it in person.
And that was just a sense of just overjoyous. But my favorite part was these two athletes came up to me and were like, hey, Coach Leo, like, do you remember? I'm like, yeah, we did the clinic at NFA. Like, and they're like, oh my gosh, you do remember. I'm like, well, yeah. And that was kind of cool to give them their moment, you know,
Yeah.
because, you know, they're so young and impressionable. So that was kind of one of the best moments. And then another one was, you know, hugging Megan on the floor and, yeah, letting her know that I was the best in the world, even if it was just for one day. So that was kind of cool.
It was a beautiful thing.
amazing.
Yeah,
It was,
she was there cooking my meals, investing a lot of me, and actually invested in this journey and pushed me to go to Navarro and pushed me to chase my dreams. So that was kind of cool to
couldn't
share that
be-
with her.
Could not be where.
Yeah,
we are.
that's one of the. Actually, without her, there'd be no me.
Yeah.
100%. Without her, there's no Leo. You're not sitting with the partner stunt champ. You're not sitting with one of the best of the world, and so I give credit to her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What year did you win?
Last year, 2025, or this year. Oh my gosh, 2025. Hey,
January
Joining
2020.
the journey.
I was ready for the next mountain, y'all. That's in the past now. I'm ready for the next mountain.
Yeah, no finish line.
Yeah, no finish line. I took your guys' advice. Yeah, so this year.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna run down round robin. Kollin, what year was the first year that you won partner stunt?
So my first year was 2019. Huge shout out to Mackenzie Graybaugh. She was my flyer, and she was the one that
OG.
put up with me, and my just temper and just my hunger to still like the reps. Like I said, like I would be exhausted. I actually remember one time I did a full out with Mackenzie. I went over to the trash can, puked, and I went back. I'm like, let's do it again. I'm not satisfied. Like, so she put up with me, and she's like, hold on, calm down, calm down. So just a lot of energy at that time. So I won in 2019, and that year was a very special year because I just remember in 2019, just something clicked in my brain where 2016 and 17 and 18, I did partner stunt routines, and I dropped at every single one of them. And it was so embarrassing, and I'm just thinking like, I'm getting sick and tired of this. What do I need to do? Like I did a performance 2016. I didn't compete, but I did a performance, dropped, did the competition in 2017, dropped, and then 18 dropped. So I just got to the point, I'm like, I'm getting sick and tired of this. What do I need to do to hit a routine? I don't care about winning. I just want to go out there and hit.
Yeah.
So I just went back to my roots and just thought like, okay, I can't perfect the routine. This is probably my maybe fourth year into cheerleading ever because I was a former weightlifter. So I just thought like, I'm just gonna go back to my weightlifting roots and just reps upon reps upon reps. I'm not gonna put out the best routine out there. I don't know. Some of the skills, it's gonna be high level skills, but I just know no one's gonna out rep me. I am just gonna throw all the reps I can in front of people. I don't care if I'm sick, I don't care this and I don't care that. I'm just gonna rep the heck out of this routine and just let the judges go. Decide what they want to do, but I'm hitting this routine. I don't care no more. So 2019 rolls around, and I told Mackenzie, I'm just sick and tired of dropping. No more. We're not dropping this year. I don't care what we're doing. So going into UCA 2019, I didn't know if I was going to win or not because that year was a head honcho year. There was so many big dogs that year. And
Because there's multiple people that will win like 2 or 3 times. Or
Yeah.
You just know.
Yeah.
Going in that like, this is going to be a dogfight.
Yeah.
And this is going to be hard. And I have to hit perfect.
every year.
Every
every year,
It
yeah.
just keeps getting harder and harder.
Yeah.
Like, and even though it's a dogfight, and I could hit my perfect routine and still not, and just have to be content with
Yeah.
where it is. But for you, it was hitting. And you've won how many times?
So-
Not internationally, but just nationally.
Nationally 3. So I won 3. So 2 in 2019, and then 1 in 2021. So yeah, I won 1 UCA partner stunt title and 2 NCA partner stunt titles. So
Did you
yeah.
think winning that 19, like, because being a successful athlete is the mental part. You talked about the mental, like the mental game. So you can be, we've all probably coached an insanely talented athlete that has all the tools and resources to be successful, but they mentally are not capable of training at a high level.
Yeah.
So something was like getting to you and not allowing you to train at your obviously like full capability, to hit at your full capability.
Yeah.
And so 2019, you reached your potential at that moment and hit your full capability, which now looking back is hilarious because it's not even close to your
Yeah,
full
yeah.
potential. But it was the potential at the time, and being able to do that. Do you think that helped you, that win and that success help you hit other times?
Oh, for sure. So I just know, like, I feel like I embodied, like, as well as we all have different philosophies and it works. But my philosophy and my mindset is I got to rep. I got to do as many reps. Of course, smart too. You don't want to overtrain. You shouldn't train if you're hurt, like have a blown out shoulder, whatever. But my philosophy in partner stunting is like the more reps you can do, the better. And then when I walked in 2019, I wasn't trying to be cocky, but I was like, I know I out-repped all these people. I probably
That's
thrown,
confidence.
yeah, very
Confidence in your
confident.
training.
And then I knew I did more full outs than anybody in this room, so I knew I was gonna hit. So basically, I went out there, I hit my partner stunt routine with Mackenzie Graybaugh, and I was like, it's up to the judges now. I'm super happy. I was like freaking out, and believe it or not, in 2019, I was actually sick. I actually woke up that morning and I was puking. I had a migraine and I didn't know if I was going to compete. You can ask Summer Willis about this. Like, I was actually sick, but
Summer Willis is the head coach.
Head
at
coach,
Weber,
yeah.
and she's been there for
25. This is
yeah.
26.
26 now.
26
talk
now.
about consistency.
Maybe
Yeah.
27.
27.
So, big shout out to Summer Willis. She's absolutely incredible. She's a goddess of cheerleading. Forever will be a goddess. So, like, I was actually really sick that day, but I just knew I threw so many reps. It was almost like, it was basically, I went out there,
memory?
muscle memory. Yeah, I didn't have to think about it because I was sick. And I just went out there, hit the routine.
Hallucinated through the routine.
Yeah,
because you out-repped everybody.
Yeah, out-repped everybody. And then I hit my partner stunt routine and I actually walked off the stage and I passed out for a second. I laid down. So it was a crazy story, but I just knew, like, okay, once I revived, got some water, I just knew, like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to win, but I just knew I out-repped everybody in here.
Yeah.
And then basically results come around and second place, heard the name, and then first place. Boosh was actually there, like when I was took my first dub, and basically felt this high for a couple of days. I was so excited when they announced Kollin Cockrell and Mackenzie Graybaugh, the partner stunt champs, and it was so incredible. But the crazy thing was, I just was like, that's so awesome. Got the trophy. I started tearing up, and I'm like, okay, what's next? No,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
legit.
I
What's
feel like
next?
that's-
What's next?
But I could speak on that because me and Veda, shout out Veda for making me a little bit better every year. But on Sunday, I think we landed, or Monday, I can't remember, Ollie. We went in that night, me and Veda. We were like, okay, if we want to just put in more work. And, we had a little different philosophy too. We didn't rep the routine. We did pieces to make sure we can like almost have our pause moments. So, I mean, all the reps were for us were like pause moments of taking our time. And that was the one thing, like, I mean, everybody here, like, as soon as we won, we weren't ungrateful.
Yeah.
We appreciated it, but we're like, more reps. There's another
was
mountain to
like-
be climbed.
Is this real?
He was like, they called the wrong person. They called the wrong person.
Well, talking, okay, so Oliver, what year did you win?
2023.
Okay.
UCA. And
So
July,
your
yeah.
experience of winning, what was the winning the first time?
Well, it was my first time, like qualifying for partner son.
Okay.
And coming from,
That's crazy.
The first time qualifying and then won.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
Nice.
That's not normal.
Coming like from a different country, I was like, I don't know. It was so nice because I tried out the year before and I didn't make it. Like I didn't make it. So
Because
And
so for the people that don't know is you can send in videos from across the nation, 150, 200, anybody that is at a university can send in videos and represent their university, and they only take the top 20. And so you were competing against the top 20 in the nation, hands down. So
yeah, like I didn't make it. Like I didn't make it that year in 2022, I think so. And I was like, well, keep working. Like what else? Like let's try the next year. But I tried with different flyer with Paige Moffett. Shout out to Paige. And then we made it. And our philosophy was like, I don't know. It was like we were discovering ourselves and how to work together because we were a Navarro and we basically were the only partner-son couple working, different than Weaver that we have,
Like
or you
10,
have like
12,
a
we were
12
you
and
look at-
15 people
Yeah.
working. So
you're like, well, there's the top 20, and well, 11 are Weaver, so and half
Yeah.
of them are teammates, so everybody's doing it. But at Navarro,
And-
you were the only one.
yeah, and like one couple push the other. You know,
Yeah.
I can see what Leo is doing, and
Your
then I'll
environment
try
matters.
to do better than Leo, and then Boosh is practicing. Let's practice at the same time that Boosh is practicing, so that can help you and push
It's
yourself
environment. You're created
Yeah.
by an environment. Environment matters.
And Navarro for us was like we were blind, like okay, let's practice, and then we start doing good, and we were like, okay, well, the only way to do good is like doing reps, and like probably are not going to be the best reps, but like at least you're going to understand and you're learning how to react when the stunts are not going good, right? So I think Monica Aldama, the former coach for Navarro College, she has something like I don't remember very well, but it says something, I don't know if you remember, Leo, it says like do it until like you hit it, and then do it until you cannot
not hit it.
yeah, like you cannot fail, something like that. Yeah. So we were just practicing the routine, and we went there. I remember in the backstage waiting in the warm-up area.
Yeah.
It was all Weaver people. Like there was like 10 of them, and it was just me and Paige and Coach Dustin Velasquez, and we were practicing, and like it's intimidating seeing like all the Weaver people there, like Kat and Keyshawn, Boosh and Elsa, Dan and Alex, Leo and Johanna, I don't remember, Taylor and
Everybody,
Kaylee,
yeah.
everyone. And it's like you got it. And you feel like a chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Yeah, you like feel like yeah, thank you.
No, you got it. You're like, oh.
Yeah, so in the backstage, we were like, I normally warm up like a skill by skill, and one skill was giving us like problem, the double up. It was not hitting. I was like, Paige, you know what? Like whatever it is, let's go enjoy. At this point, our muscles already know what to do, and let's go enjoy. We went there, we hit the routine, and then we were just happy to hit the routine because that was our philosophy. We were like, I don't care if someone is doing better than me, or winning is gonna be hitting our routine. If someone it's better, it's because they have better routine, and we cannot do anything with that. Like we are doing the skills that we can do. Like if someone goes there and go crazy, throwing like crazy skills, we're
Good
gonna
for them.
clap for them and like
Yeah.
good
I love
job.
that.
Like,
That's the hardest thing is like, it's not only do you have to throw the hardest skill that you can do, but then you have to be good at it. Like
Yeah.
people can throw hard skills all the time one time. Like, you know, like when coaching kids, I'll be like, okay, one time you're lucky, two's a coincidence, three times, now we're developing something. You don't even have it yet, but now there's development happening. And so reps on reps on reps, that we're talking 100 reps in, 500 reps in, is to be able to actually hit it to where it's not that you just hit it, it's that you have done it so many times that you can't not hit it almost, you know?
yeah, or you already know how to react when it's not working.
Well, on
and that
top of
was our
Yeah, like, and sorry to cut you off, but like, I would say under pressure too is different. It's so different under pressure. You can go to the gym, stunt all day, hit incredible hard skills, but when you're in front of people, thousands of people, I don't know honestly how many go to partner stunt nowadays because it was a little bit different back when I competed, but under pressure, you feels like a different type of partner stunt you're doing. If you feel like a different body, flyer feels different, the adrenaline, the anxiety, the nervousness, it feels like a completely different feeling, you know?
And that was our philosophy, like, okay, we're gonna throw as many reps as we can, and we were like practicing 1 hour before practice, the team practice, and then extra after, like during the night's open gym. And we were happy to do it. And then I remember actually that day I called Kollin right before we went to UCA. We were at the Disney Resort, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna call Kollin because he's not competing, good for me. And I'm gonna ask what's his way. So I called Kollin, and Kollin, okay, go grab Paige, go to like get together and start visualizing like again and again and again. And if in the visualization or like in your mind you drop, just start from zero again. And I was like, that was actually really good. Thank you.
Yeah,
And,
I got you. I paved the way. I paved the way.
Yeah, and we walked out of like to the stage, and I just saw like a lot of lights and like a long, dark area. I didn't see anyone else. I just heard like, hey, Oliver, yeah, baby. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And something that is, I don't know if that happens to you guys, but like you can feel it. You can feel when the routine is going good, because like for me, I think it was 6 skills that we had in that routine, but like in the 4 skills, you feel it like it's happening. It's happening. It's like you don't even feel tired. You feel like you're hitting and oh my God, it's happening. Because with so many reps that you had, like that you've been practicing, at some point your brain start thinking faster than your muscles, I think so. And you're doing your stuff, but you're thinking on, okay, so other stuff. Like sometimes you're singing, sometimes. And it's funny because if you see my video, I didn't even I didn't even try that. But I was doing these mounts and I was catching, and I was like, all the time, like, and it was so natural, but it was for all the reps that we did.
Yeah.
And then we hit. I was so happy. We were so happy just to hit, and then they started calling from 10 to the first place.
Yeah.
And I was like, Paige, if they don't call our names in the first 10, we probably got 11 or something. Because I didn't know what happened with the other couples. I was trying just to pay attention to myself and not trying to
It was your
get.
first time competing too.
Yeah.
You're like, it probably just, we're 11, it's
And
okay.
then 5th place from first, and I was like, I think we didn't make it, Paige. So I think they didn't call us for the first 5, for the first 10, and then they started calling, and I was like, well, either we're 11 or we are first. And then they say, Boosh third, and I was like, oh. And then they called Dan and Alex, and they say, and from Navarro College, Paige, Mumford, and Oliver, and I was like, oh my God, this is real? Because it was the first couple in history of junior college winning partner son, so it was the first one.
I was so freaking happy.
moly,
I ran
that-
over there to hug him after like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
I
and
was
you
so
know
happy.
what's funny? Like the uniforms that we were wearing, it was the first time the same uniforms that Navarro won for first time in 2000 or 2002
As a team.
as
Yeah,
a team.
as a team.
And
That's amazing.
It was like 20 years old uniforms. Even like they were bigger than me. If you go to the video,
Yeah, it was like this.
the pants are like long, so I have to wrap it here and put some tape so you can see that it's not my uniform. So it was cool. I feel like it was meant to be like that.
Yeah.
And then
It
I
was
was
an honor
just
to
like,
do that. It was like a beautiful thing. 'Cause
And
that's
then-
a story within a story.
and then it was just surreal, like, because I was like, not even like, I was like in shock. I was like, well, yeah, we won. And everyone, yeah, you won. I was like, yes, thank you. But then it hits me when I got to the hotel. I woke up the day after and I was like, oh my God, I won. Like, that's crazy. Like, coming from another country and like beating all the like big dogs that was Weaver State, because that was like, they all were amazing. I was like, whoa, that was like, amazing. So it's just
You
amazing.
really didn't mark any of the anything?
No,
Bro.
no.
It was in the heat of
It
the
was-
moment.
It was like
Natural.
catching. I was like, it's happening.
Bruh.
But
In the
also,
moment.
I forgot to say, but shout out to Alex Bujes because he was the whole journey. Like, that's like amazing friend. And I was like, okay, Alex, I need a spotter. But it's very hard when you work in partner, son, because you need a third person. And like sometimes you're practicing your stunt routine and still skills are not hidden, so you need someone to be there to catch the flyer if something is happening, you know? And Alex was like, okay, I got you. And he was like at every single practice and every single time, like literally every single practice, he was there for us. And spotter is a very important, I feel like a lot of people works by themselves, like just with a partner, and that's very good. But having a spotter being there for you, talking to your ear, like, you got it, last one, use your legs, breathe, all that stuff is like giving you some extra information that probably you're missing when you're doing the stunts and something is not working well. So that was amazing, and thanks, Alex, for that. So
just a support system from a friend to show up for you, just to literally show up for you, win or lose, just to show up for you consistently, having somebody in your circle to show up for you.
And a lot of people don't realize that. Like for me, it was Jake Stone and then my little Manny. Like they actually, for NCA with Johanna's routine where we hit, I forgot my whole routine and I did the first skill and I was like, Jake, I forgot. He's like, I got you. And he remembered every step and he's like, don't forget you catch and roll under this mount. I'm like, oh yeah, I do. Because I went so blank, I went autopilot and then my brain came back and I was like, wait, what am I doing? And my body just did it. And so shout out to Jake because without him, I wouldn't have hit the routine because I was like, I really don't know what's next. Because my body was on autopilot, but then my brain turned on. So I was like weirded out because my body was going. I was like, holy crap. Yeah. And Jake's like, okay, hand ski next. Okay, front 1.5. All right, 1-1. Remember, she's slow on this part. She wants to take her time. You take your time. And so that third person really matters in the journey.
It's like a coach.
Yeah.
It's like another person for you, but like this time it's a friend that you have as a spotter, but it's like another person there coaching and like, yes, you got it. Use your legs. Breathe, calm. You're going to hit it. Let's go.
I would say like mine was Hunter Feynman. So shout out Hunter Feynman. Like, yeah, we don't give enough credit to the side spots because they do handle a lot of the business. The outside work, even the partners are fighting, not getting along. They have to be the ones that like, hey, it's okay. You're cool.
third
the
wheel.
third wheel and stuff.
But that person really like can be like, well, if
Make or
Collin's
break.
upset that day and is correcting somebody, and then that third person's like, actually, Kollin, it's your fault. Like, we come on, stop.
Yeah.
Or
Like a
vice versa, you
mediator?
know, like.
You think like a mediator? in
Like a
sense?
mediator, but like a healthy one where it's like, no, Kollin, or no, Leo, you're
Like they
actually
can
wrong.
see the stuff from outside.
Yeah,
and help.
where you're not so like tunneled vision in.
Yeah. He's won it twice. When's the last time you won it?
24, so last year, and then the very first time was 23. I feel like I've
Was your first time winning that experience? That's
23.
Yeah.
It was with Elsa Hassett, and it was at NCA
He
for
was
20,
coming back for revenge. He was like,
2023, and this was a lot of years, kind of relating to all of us that have done it. I mean, unlike you did it one time and you're like qualified and won it, but like everybody else, where we went through years of losing, dropping, all that kind of stuff.
wait. I mean, like, it was first time in USA, but if you see my videos, I was trying since 2012.
Well, that and
Dropping.
you said you tried to qualify. It's actually worse. So, like, I know, like, the first time you said you did partner stunt, got last place. Kollin was like, I went this year, I didn't hit. You know, like.
Same thing. You just inconsistent.
Literally.
Yeah.
And so then Oliver's like, I didn't even make the top 20. Like,
The first time, then
Yeah.
I made it, and it happened.
Yeah.
Well, it was like just years of, going through that turmoil and then finally kind of like turning a page of like, okay, now I got the skill set, now I'm getting, more consistent, now I'm doing this. And then kind of comparing yourselves with like other teammates as well, or other stunt couples. You're like, okay, they won, they hit, what are they doing? And it was like through the preparation process of it all, it was like picking what skills were gonna make me and my partner stand out and all that, and then getting so close, like closer and closer to hitting, but still not happening. And I was like, what is what is it? Because I didn't throw the hardest routine out there. Okay, this time I did. Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit smarter, restructure, the parts of the routine, whatever it is. I feel like I did all this through, like, you start going back and forth with it, and I think there was there was a time where it kind of all changed for me. It was the closest I ever got, or it was actually the first time I ever hit a routine in partner stunt, and it was with Elsa at UCA, and that's where we got third that year in 23. And I've never trained that way, anything like that intensity level, anything like that. It was up to date the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And she's trained with Kollin before and Matt, and so it's like she also won it like multiple times. This is like her
First rodeo. This is your first
yeah,
rodeo.
my first rodeo. She's like, hey, trust me, this is gonna work, and I'm like, it was almost as if like she was coaching me in a sense, and she's like, hey, I've done it a time or two, I got some success under my belt, got some
Anybody
tools.
that knows her, she's like.
That was her sixth. At that point, she was like, how many times?
I think that was
Four? Yeah.
Two with you?
Two, no,
One with me.
one with you,
Two with Matt.
and one with Boosh.
yeah.
That was her
So yeah,
third
she
time
was like on
already.
3 at the time, and so it's like she had these tools, and she's like, hey, we're gonna use them. And yeah, I felt like she was coaching me through the whole thing. So I was like, I trusted her the entire time, and well, we hit a routine. Wasn't like what we wanted it to be, but I still took that in a dub in a sense, because I was like, well, of course you hit a routine for the first time. So like that plus other moments of dropping so many years, it kind of like paints a picture of like, that's how much it takes, like just to hit, just to do this. And it's almost as if like this notion of winning and such should have never been in my head, And if anything, it would have just been like, hey, hit the routine and do all this. And then I remember having a conversation with Summer Willis in her office, and I mean, she's the angel, she's the Messiah, she's all of it. She's the greatest thing ever in terms of the support. And I remember at the time, like, she's done this to so many people's lives. She still does it to this day, but like, she told me what I didn't think I needed to hear, but I was so locked in, I was so serious in training and this and this and that. She's like, have you ever thought about that it might never be you? You could hit a routine and you won't win. You have like 3 more chances, 4 more chances. Like, have you ever thought about that? And I was like, you're telling me that, like, I thought you were supposed to support me, like, as a coach.
I kind of want to piggyback off that. I think it was something that Kollin said, I said, and he said, and even you said, where as soon as you stopped chasing the win and you just were like, I just want to hit.
Yeah.
That's when everything came. And I think she said it a little bit more aggressive than something you had to say. Like, well, maybe it's not going to be you, but that's kind of like what we talked about in our philosophies of like, you're going to try your hardest, you can train the best, and you might come up short, but that's the point, is what you do after you come up short.
Reacting.
Yeah, you can control how you react, but you can't control when you fall.
Maybe you were chasing the winning
Yeah.
of the championship.
I think all of us were, and once we
Yeah.
let go of that, it came to us.
In a sense, yeah. Because it, like, I feel like it clouds you in a certain way. It blinds you. It does something, especially if it's not feeding you. Like if you're like, I gotta win, I gotta do all this stuff. And I never felt like I was going about it in that way. It's just like, I thought, okay, I hit the routine, I do that, I win, right? Because like that's how it is.
That's the win.
And you look at the, like, everybody that's competed before, like that's how it is. It's I would watch a partner stunt competition, I'm like drop, hit, kind of hit, this and that, and then it's like basically the true hit, the clean
Like a smack.
hit, smack. You're like, that's what you have to do to
HIT,
win. And so going off of that, getting to the closest ever at UCA, and then still falling short and be like, I had like literally the best flyer in the world. The best. No, it's okay. We got you back.
Sorry.
We got you back a little bit after that. It's okay.
I know.
Friendly competition.
Yeah. As long as we all got to experience that, not everybody does. So
winning the first time, what was that like? Your feelings when you actually hit it? You actually won.
like that's what I was actually gonna ask prior to this, because you were asking everybody else. Like literally in that moment of knowing, like being announced, I'd say. Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay. So many years of hearing second or third or this or whatever, and then not hearing that in like the realm of like the 5, because you guys included it before, was like in third and second. I'm like, excuse my language, but I was like sitting here, I was like, no fucking way. No, like in that moment, you look in that video, that's how it is. And I'm saying that because once they said second place's name, I mean, you knew right then and there, right?
Yeah.
And it was just all of it. I mean, it was everything to the max. I was like so surreal, and I just broke out. And yeah, like I believed it right then and there. And I'd say I remember more the moments right before it, where it was like, I was so content. You were saying something about that before, Leo, of like, you didn't even care like if you were gonna win or not.
That year, yeah.
And I truly felt that because I was so exhausted. I mean, definitely that day, especially because of like
tired.
We performed that day
3
with
times in one day.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's so crazy about this is like, no one asks you to do this. No one wants you. Like, this is an individual thing. The university, you're on the team. You represent, football games, basketball games, those kind of things. You go to compete at the biggest stage, whether it's UCA or NCA. You're representing your program. Doing partner stunt to win that title, that's self-inflicted pain. That I guess 100.
And literally, that's why we repeat every time we're in the training process. After you made the cut and you start working your routine, it's like who
does this?
More full outs
like,
on top of full outs.
Making this to myself.
Yeah. Why did I do this to myself? Like, yeah, it's cool to win. Everybody likes winning, but like literally, this is a self-inflicted thing.
Yeah.
Like,
it's extra.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Literally extra.
Yeah,
And it's like the coolest. It's such a cool thing that you can take so much pride in, and it's still not individual, but it's the closest thing that you can get to it in the sport. In our sport.
Yeah.
And so, but it's extra. It's like you have to do all this, and it's almost as if like everybody's around there to watch the show and stuff, but it's like they're
win or lose, they don't go through the same pain because
no,
they didn't do every rep. They're like,
yeah.
Better luck next year.
Yeah, like whoopsie, what happened? Like, oh, you can go again. You're like, no, you can't go again.
Yeah.
This is the only competition where you go once.
Yeah.
You get 45 seconds, 1 minute. That's it. There's no day 2. Like that's it.
Yeah.
I want you to think about that too. Like, we spent hours and reps and anger, pain, and huffing and puffing, and then we're the guys are always like always texting the flyers, hey, when are you free to stunt? Can we stunt just for 1 minute or 45 seconds? We train, do all these things the whole entire seasons for just 1 minute or 45 seconds.
And having a partner to support you for 1 minute, 45
that one
seconds.
to go work.
That
takes
takes
the
two
work.
people that are pretty like-minded, and then having the third person to support you on this crazy. That's a good friend because they're just there to support you too.
Yeah.
Finishing up this, because we could all go on for literally hours about coaching philosophy and life and our journey along the way, but we talk about your experience winning partner stunt, and we talked about our coaching philosophy and our ethos and what helps us. And a lot of that is you're created by your environment and you're created by experiences. So all these experiences that we just talked about, that's what played a role into how we're giving it to the next generation, taking the wins and the loss and the pain and the success to help the next generation. Finishing that up, if you were going to give any advice to yourself, for me, a lot of times I think about my son and daughter. So for me, that's a lot of my thoughts go to that. So if you were to give yourself, a younger athlete, or your son, your daughter, someone that you really care about, what is a simple piece of advice to kind of finish this up? What is some advice you would give yourself, your younger self, or someone you really genuinely care about to have a journey?
I think it all sums up with the poem "The Man in the Arena" by Theodore Roosevelt. I didn't have that until recently, but that's something I would share with my kids, my athletes. I shared it with my teammates every year at UCA. We would listen to the audio. We listened to it in Cancun when we competed in Mexico, because it basically sums up almost like partner stunt, where you put in all this work, or you're an elite level gymnast, you put in all this work, and of course there's the people that are in the stands or out there like, you see, Leo, why'd you put that in? You dropped it. You should have did this. And there's always going to be someone to judge you.
Always a critic.
Yeah, always a critic.
There's always
but,
no matter what, yeah.
But at the end of the day, I didn't see you down there.
Yeah.
I didn't see you put your name.
Yeah.
I didn't see you get rejected. I didn't see you drop 100 times because you were too scared to put yourself out there.
The fear of failing.
And that's
The fear
what
of
the
failing.
man of the arena is, and that's something I have in my house right now. I gave it to Ollie. I gave it to everyone in like our immediate families at Weber, just to showcase like someone's always gonna judge you, but at the end of the day, their opinion shouldn't matter because they're in the stands. They're not the man in the arena.
So going right off of that, when I opened up the gym, that's why I opened. And I'd been thinking about opening a training facility. I just wanted to train athletes no matter where they came and what their background was. I just wanted to train athletes, and I just wanted to offer the best training I could. And what made me push that hard decision, because it's I mean, it would be embarrassing if I just failed. It's hard. It's the same thing when you guys create a video to go in. You're like, I could not even make it. Okay, now we made it. I could go get last place. So that. The fear of failing, so for me, opening up the gym space and taking that big leap of faith for me, which was huge, what I did was I asked myself what I would tell my son, and I like had a conversation with him, and I was like, okay, if my son was talking to me or my daughter was talking to me and came to me and said, Dad, these are my goals, this is what I want to do, I know for a fact I would tell him, go fail. It doesn't matter. We love you, we support you. Whatever you will do will never change the way I look at you. And honestly, you're brave for going out there to fail.
Yeah.
You're brave for doing such a hard thing that so many people want to do. So that was like a big deal, a really big deal for me to like do that and lose everything.
Yeah, but
money, time, everything.
yeah, but at the end of the day too, I think about that because one day Gio or one day my son or their kid, they're gonna be old enough to be like, and they're gonna say this. They're like, well, Dad, what would you know about trying to be the best in the world at something? And I run that in my head every day, and I can literally now tell them, like, you're wrong. I do know what it takes to be the best in the world, and it's through failure. It's through this. And because your kids are gonna call BS one day. They're gonna see it through. They're gonna know. They're gonna be like, no, you're not. You're not who you, because there's a phase of like,
right or
where
wrong, your kids are gonna challenge you. Right
yeah,
or wrong there.
but at least you have concrete to stand on and be like, hey, these are our ethos, or this is what we do in our household.
the belief
And they
system.
can't say, well, Dad, you don't even follow that.
Yeah.
Just like how we talked in the beginning, coaching philosophy. My kids at GCU can never tell me, Coach, you don't even do the hard stuff. And they know it would be a lie. I do the hard things every day before they get into practice. So, and that's why, for me, it's the man in the arena. It's okay to fail. My kids will drop all day, and I'm like, when did I get mad at you? And they're like, well, you did it. And I was like, because it's about failing. And that's the one thing that I would give advice is, don't run from failure, run to it.
Yeah.
Embrace
The
it.
quickest way to just rip the Band-Aid off.
It's also the quickest way to be successful. And people don't know that. They think it actually takes you 10 steps back, but it pulls you forward.
It gives you experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you already know how to fail.
If you don't know how to fail, you don't know how to win.
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't even know how to fail.
Yeah.
So what would the advice you give your son or your daughter or a loved one or your younger self?
Yeah. So I would say basically everything that we all are saying, we all have the same mindset, but mine's a little morbid when it comes to this, but I would say it has to be with my my grandpa. Basically, he basically said the deathbed analogy, and you think like we're immortal. We think we'll never die.
You can feel that sometimes
Yeah.
when you win or so. It's just that moment of like feeling like living
Yeah.
forever. And it's so
Yeah, so basically like my thought process is, and I want to pass this down to my kids or just like the athletes or just tell myself this, like if I could have told myself like life is too short. Basically, I remember being 8 years old and then now I'm 33 and I'm still like trying to chase after as much as possible. But I would
It's
say,
fast.
yeah, it goes by fast and you never know when you go on your deathbed, like I know it's a little morbid. Are you going to be, once you're laying down, you hear the monitor going on, are you going to be happy with your life? Are you going to be happy like I did everything I could? As my purpose, I fulfilled my purpose as much as possible. So the way I look at it is, if I could tell myself the advice, I would say work as hard as possible, and you just never know that where it's going to take you. And also just like, going back to partner stunt, like we were the first ones, like Mackenzie and I were the first ones to ever win in partner stunt at Weber State. And I never knew that was going to be a part of my journey. And I just know that being 33, I'm excited to hear and know what else is out there if I just keep on putting the relentless hard work, and just knowing that basically when I hit my deathbed, am I going to be content with everything I've done? So that's the deathbed analogy.
Knowing all of us will probably never be content because
Never. Even,
but
yeah.
Like I could do 1,000 push-ups right now.
yeah, like you're the guy that shows up, has a stunt clinic the day before does 1,000 push-ups.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I almost beat my time of 44 minutes. Like,
Yeah,
that's the guy we're talking about.
Yeah.
But that's a beautiful thing, and I mean, thinking about how short life is.
Life is
and
short,
just
and then-
being thankful for it.
And I will say, like, when I saw my grandpa, like, you never think that it's my Filipino grandpa. We call him Papa. Basically, when I saw him on his deathbed, I gave him a kiss on the forehead, and just I said my goodbye to him. And basically, I heard about his life story, and that man did everything he could. From a third world country, he accomplished as much as he could, and he was a security guard. He did so many side hustles, and he brought all of the Filipino family to America, and he accomplished it. And talking to my mom, he said he's happy, and he accomplished everything he wanted, and he was super content with life. Of course, he wanted to do more. He wanted to live longer, but he fulfilled everything he wanted, and that basically motivates me to fulfill everything as much as possible, day in and day out, because life is too short. So I would tell myself that. I would say don't take it for granted, and I would tell my athletes that too, because we look at your son right now, blink of an eye, he's going to be in his 20s, 30s, and then sure enough, we're going to be watching his life. So, yeah, that's the advice I would say.
That's beautiful. It really is. Oliver.
Same that Leo and Kollin say, but I will say also don't compare your journey with anyone else, because
Always.
everyone journeys is different, is unique, and we all have a different time and a different pace. So don't try to compare yourself with someone that is being successful, because you don't know how many fails they did before getting to that point.
There's a quote about it, talks about comparison is the killer of all dreams, and that is being afraid to fail. I think part of that comes from I'm afraid to fail because what if people are going to compare me to failure? People are going to compare me to others that have been successful, and don't compare yourself.
Yeah, I'll say yes, have someone as a model and role model that you want to get there, but if it's not working, don't try to don't beat yourself that bad, because
reverse engineer it and failure, it's going to happen.
Yeah. So that's my philosophy.
Sitting in
model,
that room with all the Weaver people in Nevada, you had to just be
this is my journey, and it's
not compare. You just had
Beautiful.
to do you.
Yeah.
So, Boosh, what would you put into words? That's hard to come back. You got 3, but
Boosh got it though.
He slays.
Absolutely.
Boosh slays.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like a formulation of all of y'all, because we all have similarities, but it's nothing without the fact of not knowing and sacrifice and such. I feel like when did any of us know we were gonna win partner stunt? You know what I mean? There was no guarantee for it. So if I was to give any advice, I mean, it's do it regardless. Do it scared, do it
scared.
Do it scared, do
Hey,
it stressful,
that's
do it
real, though. That's
legit.
real.
Yeah. I remember, when I was there with the first skill at NCA, zoom in, look at my hand. Just
back
I'm
up.
like,
Do it scared.
I'm doing this
Shake
back
it.
up, I'll do this back up. But like that, and no one's gonna remember so many things in 50 years and 100 years, and it's just gonna go past it. So it's why not, And don't let anybody tell you can't do anything. I don't know if I had a son or anybody else this time, and I was telling them anything, it'd be
Well, I know you have a niece, and that's a huge get that advice. I mean, she's not going to be before you know it, she's going to be 10 years old asking advice. What would
Uncle
you do?
Boosh.
Uncle Boosh.
Boosh. You can't Mila. You can do like anything you want. Anything. You can't do everything. That's why I pick wisely.
Let's go.
But yeah, that's what I
Let's
tell
go.
her.
Well, that was good.
Yeah, I liked
I
it.
appreciate you guys. I just talking about coaching and life coaching. It's kind of interesting to, like, as we're all talking, it's like we're all saying the exact same things, very similar things, very complementary things, but at the end of the day, it's like a different language or a different version of the same thing, and it pretty much sums up to being brave enough to be the man in the arena. And life is short, so go out and do your best, and not being afraid of failure, and do it scared, and the comparison of all evils. Like, you take all of these tools, and what's cool is that we're blessed to have the opportunity to coach kids. We're blessed to have the opportunity to mentor these people from all over the place, and it's a gift. Coaching is a gift, and it's a beautiful thing, and just sitting here with you guys is a gift. So thank you.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Really
Thank
do.
you. Thank you for this
Yeah.
opportunity.
I liked
for
it.
us.
Thank you. So, well, that's it. Until next time. You never know. We might be sitting with
Yeah.
the champions again.